And listen, the seasons are changing. The new year is about to begin. A lot of people see this as a time for a fresh start, and sometimes that includes their personal lives.
Yeah, for those considering divorce, taking the right steps right now can make the process smoother and less stressful. So we have top family attorney, good friend of our show, Tracey Coates here. And Tracey, you know this, you have to be prepared legally, financially, emotionally for that huge shift in life. But you all see a lot of these cases and questions this time of year in particular.
We really do. It is one of those times of year, you know, the holidays are upon us, and we have sort of two different groups of people. We have those people who we've been working with and planning to get through the holidays, and then let's figure out what we're going to do in the new year. And then there are others that come through the holiday season and are like, this is it. I cannot take not one more holiday. It's time to sort of start a fresh new life.
I find it a bit ironic that 15 minutes ago we were talking about how to financially plan with your partner to be successful.
Right.
Now we're like, but it might not work out. Let's still plan for this. How many people, when they come to you, and especially with the holidays, right? Some people might already know that the wheels are in motion. Some people may say after the holidays, like, this is it. I'm coming to see Tracey or somebody else. How many people come to you with a plan already in place?
You know what? Not very many. And that's really what we go through. We go through all, you know, why are you getting a divorce at this time? What ideally does the next phase of your life look like? Let's talk about your assets. Let's talk about your expenses. What is life going to look like in terms of custody and things like that? One thing that we do get a lot are people bring in other friends, cousins, neighbors, agreements and say, I want my life to look like that. And as we all know, everybody has different set of facts. And so one agreement may not necessarily be the right agreement for your family.
And the aunties, too. They're going to have something to say about it.
Exactly.
Walk us through maybe some of the steps that you encourage people to take that they don't ordinarily think of.
You know, a big one is, especially in two households where people are earning the same amount, earning money, now you're going from sharing one pot to now you have to divide two. So what does it look like for your expenses? Who's going to move out of the marital home? You know, what is the schedule going to be with the kids? What assets and resources do you have? Do you have a plan if it does go all the way to trial to litigate? Those types of things that people often forget.
So two questions for you, Tracey, that I'm sure people are interested in if they're going through or about to go through or considering the process. How long should somebody typically plan for the process to play itself out before an agreement might be reached? I know it's subjective, depending on the couple. And two, something we don't think about when we talk about those assets, what if pets are involved?
Yes, both really good questions. And I think the first one is sort of the lawyer answer. It really does depend. I have cases that I can get through if people are on the same page, if you will. And even the most amicable divorces can be very difficult. That could be 6 months. I've also had clients that I've been working with for 18 months, 2 years, and trying to get them through the process as well. And with respect to pets, everybody knows we just got a new little dog. I mean, they become part of the family.
And everybody wants to keep that part with them.
Everybody wants to. So one of the things that a lot of people do with children is the pet follows the custody schedule. Okay. So it goes back and forth, or they go back and forth between the two homes. Yeah.
Do you find, I'm sure a lot of people who do come to you, their minds are made up at that point. But what about sometimes when going through the list you just broke down for us, they change course and say, we're going to either work this out or hold off to maybe this time next year? Do you ever see that?
We absolutely see that, because a lot of people come to me and they really want to know what the law is. Here are my facts. Tracey, can you help me figure out what my chances of this is, or what do I have to do in order to get another asset? But they decided they're still going to go through marriage counseling, and they're going to think about it and figure it out, or they have young kids or soon to graduate kids, and they're like, okay, I'm going to wait until they're out of the house, and then I'm going to come back and revisit. And that does happen a lot as well.
A holiday miracle, perhaps.
Yeah, you never know. It's a season.
Tracey, for the ones that drag out for years, what's the biggest stumbling block? Is it money? Is it custody? What tends to make things drag out a little bit longer? You know,
I think it really comes down to tension and really making the other party pay, right? And I think sometimes that phrase, I want my day in court to air all the dirty laundry, I think sometimes that's what really people want to do. And not every case needs to go to trial. Not every case can settle. But I do think if two people are at two different points in the relationship, one's ready to get a divorce, this is a brand new concept, I think that too adds to sort of the timeline.
All right. right. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on the new dog.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's some good news.
Real quick,
Thank
Tracey,
you.
if somebody's considering this and calling you, what do they need to bring? Like, what can they do for themselves to be better prepared before they even come to see you?
Know what your assets are, know what your expenses are, and a budget, and sort of where you are in the process with respect to your kids, pets, those types of things.
All right, good to
Sounds
get a
good.
heads up there if you have to go through it.
Yeah, you be prepared. And
Thanks,
thank you for
Tracey.
preparing us.
Absolutely.
Stephen.